Sunrise sky with many birds and white dove. Before cities woke. Before voices filled the air. Before worry learned your name. Creation was already praising God. The morning arrives without shouting. Light stretches across the land like mercy. Trees breathe. Hills soften. A thin mist lifts from the valleys. And above it all, the sky opens wide, clean, patient, and generous. In that wide place, birds lift off branches and rooftops. Not carrying storehouses on their backs. Not dragging tomorrow behind them like a heavy bag. Look at the birds. They do not store food in barns. They do not plan tomorrow in fear. They do not count their future by what they can keep in reserve. Yet they live. They eat. They sing. Some are small. Some are gentle. Some travel far. Some wait. Some build. Some adapt. Some return home again and again. And together they preach a quiet sermon to every anxious heart. The Father who made the world also sustains it. You can hear it in their wings, trust. You can see it in their simple living, faith. You can feel it in the calm of the morning, God is near. So if your mind is loud, breathe. If your heart is tired, lift your eyes. If tomorrow feels like a mountain, look at the sky. Creation is still praising God. And it is inviting you to trust. The sky does not ask permission to be blue, and the sun does not negotiate to rise. Provision is woven into creation itself. The same hand that set the stars in place also sets bread on the table. Strength in the body, and courage in the heart. Today is not held together by your anxiety. It is held together by God. Sparrow, praise in smallness. The sparrow wakes before the sun. It is a bird of ordinary places, fences, bushes, dusty paths, the edges of fields. It is not crowned with bright colors. It is not announced by thunder. It is small enough to be ignored by people who measure worth by size and shine. But the sparrow does not measure itself by human applause. It measures life by the simple gift of breath, and it uses that breath to sing. Yet the sparrow is never forgotten. It owns no land. It stores no grain. It holds no anxious calendar for the week ahead. Still, it rises with the dawn and begins again, present, faithful, alive. It searches the ground without shame, because it is not proud. It is honest. It knows that needing provision is not a disgrace. It is simply part of being a creature under a creator. The sparrow teaches us this: God's care is not reserved for the impressive. Heaven does not overlook the unnoticed. Your value is not decided by the crowd. And your safety is not decided by your strength. The same God who paints the sunrise sees the sparrow hop in the grass. Every flutter of its wings is seen. Every quick turn of its head is known. Every crumb it finds is not accident, it is provision arriving quietly. The sparrow does not waste its morning comparing itself to greater birds. It does not curse its smallness. It uses what it has: simple wings, sharp eyes, steady courage. It searches. It finds. It receives. It rests. And when evening comes, it does not sit awake making tomorrow's worries bigger than God's love. That is worship. If you feel small today, small in your home, small at your work, small in your dreams, remember the sparrow. Small does not mean abandoned. Quiet does not mean unseen. Hidden does not mean forgotten. God specializes in caring for the ones people pass by. When your prayers feel simple, don't despise them. When your steps feel small, don't quit. When your progress feels slow, don't be ashamed. The God who counts the sparrow also counts your tears, your effort, and your endurance. If you can only offer God a small song today, offer it. If you can only take one small step, take it. The Father is not offended by small beginnings. He multiplies them. He comforts the overlooked and supplies the humble. Small faith still reaches heaven. God feeds the sparrow. And He will care for you. Not because you are perfect, but because He is faithful.